Someone is planning to rob your house. Here's the name. The Archangel Michael. He says, the darkness that surrounds your home tonight is not just the absence of light. It is a presence watching, studying, calculating every move. What are you doing? Someone you know, someone who has smiling before. He has a plan, and the plan has already reached the final stage. They have memorized your routine, learned your weaknesses, and have made themselves a promise to themselves. Tonight they will make their move. The person you are about to discovering is not a stranger. This is someone who has eaten at your table, has touched your belongings, and he asked me about that drawer, closed, that you never open, have seen the inside of your world, and have been quietly planning to steal that it doesn't belong to them. In a room not far from where you sleep, your name was mentioned in I whisper. It wasn't a prayer or a compliment. It was a threat disguised as a laugh, hiding behind a fake concern. What from then on is not only your money, not just your valuables, but your sense of peace and security. It started with a conversation between two people. One of them mentioned that it was a game. A challenge was given. A challenge. And from that moment, things have been changing behind the scenes without your knowledge. The man from Taipei will receive the blessing. 333. You felt the cold at night, didn't you? The inexplicable discomfort, the sudden need to close your doors twice. Even though before, you always trusted your surroundings. That was not your imagination. Something spiritual has been trying to alert you. There's a reason why your dog growled. In the corner. Why are your lights? Did they blink when there was no storm? Why was your name mentioned in the wrong company? That reason now has a face, and that a face will be revealed to you before the boat, midnight. You should read every word carefully, because this is not a warning that you can ignore. This individual is not acting alone. There's a second person hiding behind. From the curtains of false friendship, have joined forces in the hope of take something away from you. So they think they don't. You will fight, but they don't know who you protect. The plan was supposed to be simple. Wait until you are distracted, such time after 11 p.m. Then move quickly through the side entrance that once helped you to fix. They think they know the design well enough to escape even before you know what happened. Write Amen to get the blessing. 444. But something changed the moment this message arrived. There is now an ongoing divine interception. As you read this, the forces, celestials are changing, and the trap that was meant for you is investing in them. What they didn't have was radar. Spiritual around your house. Your ancestors have been restless in his kingdom. They've taken things down from your shelves not to scare you, but to get your attention. Someone close to you, a cousin, a neighbor, or even a cooking partner, you've already been warned. You may recall a recent conversation that it was not correct. Go back to that moment. Play it again. His voice cracked, didn't it? His eyes looked the other way, just before answering your question. This is not paranoia, it's protection. And the Archangel Michael has sent signs, flashing lights, dreams, strangers, phone calls in unusual moments. Everything to stop this before it's too late. Write a man to get the blessing. Wusha-woo. There's a woman involved. Her voice is sweet, her touch kind, but his heart is bitter with envy. She envies your peace, your stability, and the quiet joy in your home. She convinced the other person, yes, him, that you had more than you deserved. She knows the design of your house best than anyone. He once complimented the sight of your front window, but actually, I was calculating how easily I could access her. She admired the light in your yard, but I was really trying out the brilliant that it was at night. His name has been written in spiritual records. The forces that work in silence have seen his actions. Even when you don't, you have, and they have decided that you will not be his victim. The Archangel Michael says, "The fire divine now surrounds your bedroom. The energy is changing with so much force that someone you know will cancel. Suddenly, the plans with you from the nothing, that's not a coincidence. They are panicking because they feel that his plan is being watched. Write Amen to get the blessing. Lo bai lo shlo. Tomorrow, you will receive an unexpected contact, whether it's a blocked call, a message, anonymous, or a strange visit. They'll pretend it's nothing, but it is everything. It's the time when they try to see. If you know, you'll feel it before it happens. That burning in the chest, that light ringing in the ears, it's your soul alerting your spirit. Don't ignore him this time. Your attempt may seem harmless to the principal, but you will notice what they are hiding. There is also a bag, a black one, hiding under a car seat or behind a sofa. Contains gloves, duct tape, and an item of yours that they took weeks ago to prove how much time you would notice that it was missing. Have been rehearsing this as a play of theatre. But what they didn't know is that tonight someone was praying for you. Not just any prayer, a cry of protection so strong that it awakened the sword of the Archangel Michael. That sword is now drawn, and your name has been sealed in the divine light. Write Amen to get the blessing. 777. They want to silence you before. Expose what you saw. They think that you are too distracted to remember, but your soul remembers the whisper in your dream, the sudden blow at 3 o'clock in the planned, dawn, and a shadow that did not match, with no one in your house. The light of your kitchen blinked last night for a reason. When you looked out the window and didn't see nothing, it wasn't because there was no one there. It's because what was there was only he could see with spiritual eyes. Check your locks tonight, not for fear, but because you are now participating in your own defense. What was hiding in the shadows now? It's coming to light. The power that protects you is stronger than the one who is trying to make you damage. You will see a poster in the next hours. A mirror will crack slightly. A photo frame will fall off, or your phone will fail to display a certain name of contact. When that happens, remember that it is confirmation, not coincidence. Write a destined to receive the blessing. 888. She visited you once pretending that she was only one visit, but his eyes were moving faster than his words. He looked at every drawer, every shelf, every exit. She asked questions, unnecessary, but you thought that only I was just being curious. That day, she took something with her, something small but deeply spiritual. That article is still holding your energy. She's under her bed, wrapped in a cloth. She thinks it gives her power over you, but now that very thing is burning the hands. She underestimated the sacredness of your space. The man who works with her is someone you once helped. You shared your time, your food, such, maybe even your secrets. He smiled at you like a brother, but his silence in the last few days has not empty state. He's been loaded with guilt. Your name starts with J, or possibly T is in conflict, but he does not enough to stop. Every day he waits with hope for the universe to give him a reason to turn around, but that reason has now come to your conscience. Write Amen to get the blessing. 999. He walks with heavy feet, but he doesn't have you seen lately. That's intentional. He's been avoiding you while he's checking on you through others. Someone has been asking questions about your working hours, your habits. Everything has been returned to him. The blessing about your home is now expanding. It's not just your house, it's your car, your belongings, and every path you walk. Heaven has assigned observers. Soon you will feel a sudden heat around your right shoulder. Don't be alarmed. It's your protection. Tonight they will try to argue. One of them will say, "It's too dangerous." The other will insist. They will not agree, and in their disagreement, there will be a delay, and that delay will save your peace. They are spiritual, but they are sensitive. Something in them will start to come in. Panic. The closer they get to your house, the more they will feel restless. That's the wall, the spirit that has just risen around your door. Write Amen to get the blessing. 111. His phone was used to take pictures of your space. Those photos still exist in the folder, deleted with a timestamp, and waiting to be exposed. You won't have to look for them. Someone else will find them and will confront, not for justice, but for jealousy. You will hear your name in one conversation that you weren't supposed to. You were apart. It will be spoken with hesitation. Someone will stutter while explaining to you something. And that's when your senses, the spiritual, must be sharp. This plan did not start this week. It started the moment you started to shine, the moment you started walking in peace. Someone's envy it became an obsession. They smiled in your presence, but they growled in your absence. You once gave her a gift, something that she accepted with tears. She still has it, but I don't know. Sample. It's hidden, because every time you look at it, remember that you are the light, and it has been sitting in the shadows. Write Amen to get the blessing. 222. One of them recently posted something. They have passed by your house recently. Maybe they even stopped while your lights were on. They wanted to make sure. They even took note of the package left outside, testing how long it would remain intact. His plan was to use your trust in your against, pretending that nothing happened after, that he made himself to be the first in check up on you later. But now they catch them even before they arrive. Write Amen to get the blessing. 333. There's a voice you'll hear in your dream tonight. He will call you by your name, and he will whisper a single word. That word will be important. Write it down the moment you wake up. Even if it doesn't make sense, it will soon. He will. You've been feeling forgetful, right? That's right. Spiritual interference have tried to cloud your focus for that you don't notice the inconsistencies, but now your mental clarity is coming back with all his might. The presence near your back window yesterday was not just a passing bird. Something was moving, something with intention. Your spirit felt it, but your mind felt it. He ruled out. Don't rule it out anymore. Protecting your home now. It includes a change in energy. Those who approach with intention, harmful, they will feel hot, dizzy, or a strange headache near his door. It's already started. The Taipei men to get the blessing. 444. There's a camera nearby. One that doesn't. They know. You will capture something that will change everything. Even if you're not the owner, someone, he's got it close and you'll see what happens. No. You are reading this by accident. The moment you open this, the moment, exactly, it was calculated from heaven. It supposed he should have been warned before. Let the final piece fall into place. Have rehearsed what they will say if they are trapped. They'll pretend it was a misunderstanding. Maybe they'll even joke about it. But don't laugh, don't get involved. Just, they protect and prepare. A third, someone quiet, but observer. You have noticed a change. They won't say it directly, but they will keep an eye. His behavior. Suddenly, you will be treated, in a way, different. That's because they've seen something to your backs. Write a man to get the brait. Blessing. Wu shi wu. There is a family member who, without knowing it, may be connected not by involvement, but by association. That person was mentioned in passing. His name was used to estimate his schedule, its movement, and its possible absence. The person whose name will be revealed to you, he will suddenly become clumsy. They will leave. Falling things, they will forget appointments, or stumble with his words. Your energy will be exposed before your actions. Beware of an apology that doesn't have sense. They will ask you for forgiveness for something that neither you even noticed. That's his fault, trying to confess without admit it. The police are not involved yet, but an archive is being formed in the scope spiritual. Heaven keeps records, and your name has Sona been cleared, while theirs is being recorded with every step they take towards your harm. Write Amen to get the blessing. Lo by lo shalo. There is a key that you once entrusted to someone with a copy, either during a repère, a move, or a moment of convenience. That key has been duplicated, or at least remembered. Their goal is to enter without force. They want the illusion of being invisible, but the Archangel Michael has intervened now. Even if they use a key copied, the lock will resist, the door will get stuck, your fingers will tremble, and what they hoped would be a soft invasion will become a scene of confusion. You will hear a delay, an illness, sudden, a problem with the vehicle, or a distraction. It is a divine configuration. You are meant to be present at that same time, not by coincidence, but by celestial interference. They were planning to avoid the cameras, but they forgot about the mirrors. A reflection will catch them, whether it's a back view, a hallway, or even the window through which they plan to. Crawling, something will expose his face. Write Amen to get the blessing. 777. This person has changed his tone with you. Recently, where there was warmth, now there is silence. Where there was support, there is now distance. It's because the guilt is strong. Even when the mouths are closed, your pet knows that. The dog that growled, the cat that hissed, those weren't random reactions. Animals feel the imbalance, spiritual, have been trying to warn you of the only way they know how. Expect a strange interference with your electronics. A text message that you send twice, a call that doesn't ring, a message from voice that is cut off. It is not a malfunction, it is a spiritual disruption caused by its proximity to your orbit. You've had a near miss recently, a close call. Maybe something broke. He almost fell. Oh, you tripped. That wasn't just clumsiness. It was a symbolic interception, a divine way to slow yourself down before getting into danger. Write amen to get the blessing. 888. Soon you will receive a strange compliment. Someone will say, "You're always safe." Oh, I don't know how you keep yourself protected. That is not admiration. It's projection. They are watching how they protect you from what they have planned. There will be a final conversation before let his plan be dissolved. Either they will back off completely, or they will be silent forever. Either way, you will feel that the tension drops from your atmosphere like a invisible storm that finally passes. You will be tempted to doubt this message. That's normal, but not even your doubt will cancel the protection that has been given to you, assigned. Faith is being activated in your name. Even while your mind is trying to reason through events, she, the woman involved, she will slip. An overheard conversation, exchange of glances, or a mention, unexpected, of his belongings. It will come out by mistake, but it will not be a mistake. For you, it will be a confirmation. Write amen to get the blessing. 999. A younger person is indirectly involved. They may not understand the full plan, but they have been used to collect information. Maybe they asked innocent questions about your routines, or did they notice details that they weren't supposed to? They'll talk soon. In their innocence, they will say something like, "I listened. Oh, they said you wouldn't be home." That's your key. That's your evidence. You've been waking up for hours. Strange. 2. 14 inches the morning. 3. 33 inches the early morning. That's not insomnia. That's the time for vigilance. Spiritual. Your tutors have been pushing you to wake up during the phase of planning. One of your past prayers is collecting money now. Something for which you cried a long time ago now. Matured in protection. The door of danger opened against you, but the key to prayer closed it. Before they arrived, the type amen to get the blessing. 111. The person who was planning this once he broke up. Life didn't give them the same peace as you, but instead of seeking healing, they chose bitterness. And now that bitterness has become boldness, they don't want your house just because it's beautiful. They want your peace, your stillness, your stability. They want the atmosphere you've cultivated, but you can't steal. He's protected. An article in your house is acting wrong, whether it's electronics, a light bulb, or a frame. That's not a technical error. It is an energy shock. The spiritual and physical world are colliding as your protectors. They make their presence known. Suddenly you will remember a time of the month, past, a little incident that made you feeling uncomfortable. That was the beginning. That's when the plan started to form. Revisit that memory, and you'll see that you missed out. Write amen to get the blessing. 222. The list of names is short. 2 involved. 1 watching. 1 unconscious. The observer is the most dangerous, quiet, calculating, and emotionless. But even they have begun to fear. What's going on? Your strength is multiplying. As you read this, you are not alone. Millions of non-severe forces surround your spirit, forming a barrier of light. Nor even the most daring shadow dares to come in. Now there's a smell that comes back every now and then indeed, when maybe cinnamon, smoke, or perfume. That's not random. That is a spiritual aroma linked to the plan the damage. At the moment, when he smell again, remember this message. Soon you will be taken to clean a certain part of your house, maybe a drawer, a closet, or an attic. You'll find something you forgot, something you didn't know was missing. That's your cue. The cleaning has begun. Write amen to get the blessing. Sanbai Sanshisan. The plan was to rob you without consequences. In and out. There are no witnesses. But now everything has changed.